Absolutely. Absolutely.
You wrote, page 217 of your book, that the change in him since his prime was dramatic. You use an expression to say the blade has been dulled. You talk about on The Apprentice, there had been a mix-up on one of the episodes where a contestant lost money on a task, and they were discussing figures, and he was able to recall and calculate things. And then you talk about working on a speech with him where he can't sort of keep track of things. You keep telling him something, he goes off message. I want to talk about the Lester Holt interview, where you said that the team prepared him well. Then he went into the interview and he said what a lot of people believe to be the truth, that he fired Jim Comey over Russia. So was he being prepped to lie?
He was being prepped by Hope Hicks and the comms team to say that the DOJ had come up with this memo so that they could justify the firing of Comey.
So were you in that position too?
I was not. That was Hope Hicks, press secretary kind of thing. But I was really, really surprised that he would implicate himself. That's when you know someone is mentally challenged, when they would even jeopardize their own livelihood by saying things that are just insane at times.
So if the comms team prepped the president to lie to Lester Holt...
They prep him to lie every day.
And in the end, he told the truth. What are they lying about? Like, let's go through. Has President Trump said, with you present...
Stephanie, let me walk you through. We would go into our prep for Sarah Huckabee's Sanders briefings, and there would be a cadre of attorneys coming in to help her formulate a response that was within the realms of legal bearings.
Is that why we see her reading responses so often?
Absolutely. Those responses more than likely are prepared by counsel's office in consultation sometimes with the campaign, sometimes with the RNC, sometimes with outside counsel.
But did you ever ask the question, why are we lying?
All the time.
And the answer was?
This is how they do it. This is the Trump administration at its best.
Then why would you stay there and work with a pack of liars?
Because right now, there is no African-American senior staffer in the White House. And there are issues that face this community that can't be ignored. They're making decisions about us without us. And I knew that if I left, that this community would suffer. And in fact, to this day, Stephanie, there is no one serving in the White House in a senior administration position, and they don't even care. They haven't even made an effort to fulfill my position. In recent history, we have not seen an administration without an African-American assistant to the president serving in the White House.
You recount all the nicknames that the president had for people, Benjamin Button for Jeff Sessions and others. Did you ever hear the president in his about firing Jeff Sessions or Jim Comey? Were you in on that decision?
No,
or Robert Mueller,
Thank
for that matter?
No, I wasn't.
So when you say it was your job to stay there, you wanted to be there to help elevate the African-American community. And since you left, that position hasn't been fulfilled.
No.